So I get a ton of questions about what is a fractional tech leader. So I wanted to take a few minutes just to walk you through what it is, why it's so awesome, who would make a good fit for being a fractional tech leader, and 3 steps that you could take to start moving into this career path sooner. So first of all, what is a fractional tech leader? It shows up in a lot of different ways. Sometimes it's a fractional CTO. That's what I've been doing for the last 4 years. But it doesn't have to be at the highest level of an organization. What it's really about is leading with decisions and strategy. And so that can happen at different levels. And, at the end of the day, it's about leadership, not just being a freelancer. That's the biggest difference between fractional work and freelancing. Freelancing is really just being a resource, just being available. It doesn't take much ownership or agency in the direction that we're heading in. And so being a fractional tech leader is about actually strategic leadership and moving towards real business impact and outcomes, not just being an hourly resource. So first of all, why fractional work? Why is it so great? And I would boil it down to really, for the companies, it's about companies get access to top talent at cheaper costs, and they get much more efficient results out of those experts. So it's really good for the company to leverage this kind of talent. And why it's good for the individual to be a fractional worker is that, honestly, it's a lot of fun and it's a lot of flexibility. And these were the 2 biggest reasons that I got into it originally back in 2020. I wanted to have more variety and excitement and fun in my day-to-day. And I wanted the flexibility and the freedom to work as much as I wanted or as little as I wanted. And so this work model really makes it flexible to live the life that you want to live. So that's, to me, these are the 2 biggest reasons of why someone would want to become a fractional tech leader at all in the first place. So who is fit for being a fractional tech leader? What does that look like? And I would say the ideal person for being a fractional leader is someone that is already a pretty senior leader at their company. So they've already done this in their kind of day-to-day work, but they're looking to make a bigger impact outside of just one company. So somebody that wants to make an impact and influence lots of different products or companies simultaneously, that's someone who's a good fit for this. And I'd say another person that is really a good fit is someone who likes educating as a part of the job. So if you like cascading your knowledge through your team and educating peers and other stakeholders in the C-suite about why a certain approach is better, that's also a good fit for this role because it does involve some amount of education and teaching in the work you're doing, because you're actually going to bring in your expertise and then enable and empower the teams at the company that you're working with to take some of the things that you know and run with it. So it's all about leverage. And so you have to be able to enjoy creating leverage through people by teaching them what you know. So I'd say those are the 2 main things. You need to be experienced already in making these kinds of strategic decisions, and then you need to like teaching. And the next thing is really how do you get started being a fractional tech leader? And it really comes down to these 3 steps. First, you need to decide your ICP. You need to decide your offer. And then you need to decide your delivery model. So just to unpack those a little bit, your ICP is your ideal client profile. So this is the best kind of company or stakeholder that you like helping the most. And so there's lots of opportunity out there, and it's very hard to attract the best opportunities if you don't have a clear ICP. So this is the very first thing to get clear on. Who are the people you're going to help the most? The second thing is what are you going to help them with? It doesn't really work to just come in and just be an engineering resource. You actually need to focus on specific problems and outcomes. And so we use this model here to get really clear on what it is you're offering and what problems you're solving. And it's best to specialize in specific problems that you have deep experience solving, because it's easier for you to solve when you're in the engagement with a client, and it's much easier to establish credibility and close clients when you're just doing more of what you've already been doing in your career. So deciding your offer is the second big step. The third important step is deciding how to structure your delivery in a leveraged way that gives you the freedom and the flexibility that got you into this career path in the first place. So these are the 3 main ways I recommend structuring your delivery in a way that has leverage and that doesn't just create another job where you're just stuck at a desk for lots of hours. So the first is advisory. This is more about, just answering the questions and giving solutions to the problems that your client is bringing to you. The second is consulting, and that's where you're actually diagnosing the problem directly yourself, and then you're also providing the solution. And then execution means you're going to diagnose the problems, provide the solutions, and then actually implement those solutions through the people and then through your own labor. So those are the three packages that I suggest offering to make sure that you can create kind of a portfolio of work that supports how you want to live and how you want to work. So if you want to work a lot, you can maximize your income this way. If you want to work a little and have a lot of free time, you can still earn a great living, but working less. So these are the 3 steps. If you have questions about how this could work for you, or if you want help coming up with a plan specifically to your background and where you want to go, I'm happy to have a call with you. Just schedule a call. We'll put together a plan and think about this strategically.